Hi, this is Pastor Greg, coming to you maybe not live, but alive with hope and anticipation of all the opportunities we have to be God's people in the world. This week, November 10th, our opportunity from the gospel comes to us from Mark chapter 12. And we have the account where Jesus is doing this. He sat down opposite the treasury, and Jesus watched the people putting money into the treasury. Many rich people put in large sums. A poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which are worth a penny. Then Jesus called his disciples and said to them, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the treasury. For all of them have contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, all she had to live on." Again, in this account, Jesus shares with us that his ways are often, most often, quite different than the world's ways. When we think of our giving, we think that if somebody's got $1,000 and they contribute 500 of it, that's a significant amount. And indeed it is. And we should be thankful for all gifts that people share. But if somebody has $1 and they contribute 95 cents or even the whole dollar, Jesus is saying that's more than that $500 out of the 1,000. That math doesn't really compute with the way we think in the world. But yet that's Jesus' way. Jesus doesn't want just part of us. Jesus wants all of us. He wants our time, our talents, our resources of all kinds. Not because he's selfish, but because Jesus knows that when we're with him, we're in the right. We're in the right way. We're in the safest place. A little story to share with you. Maybe some of you have heard it. Around 1886, there was a little girl whose name was Hattie May Wiatt. She was 6. She lived near Grace Baptist Church in Philadelphia. Back then, the Sunday school was very crowded. Russell Conwell, the minister of the church, told her one day that they would have a building big enough to allow everyone inside. The little girl, Hattie May, said, "I hope so. It's so crowded that I'm scared to go in there." The minister replied, "When we get the money, we'll construct one large enough to get everybody in." Well, 2 years later, little Hattie May died. And after the funeral, Hattie May's mother gave the minister a little bag that they found under Hattie May's pillow. And it contained 57 cents. I've got 57 cents here. It contained 57 cents that little Hattie May had saved up. Alongside was a note that said, "Money to help build a bigger church so that more children can go to Sunday school." Well, the minister changed all that money into pennies and offered each penny for sale. With that, he received $250. 54 of those 57 pennies were given back. And that $250 was itself changed into pennies and sold by the newly formed Wiatt Mite Society. In this way, the 57 cents kept on multiplying. 26 years later, in 1912, in a talk entitled "The History of the 50 Cents, the minister shared the results of that little girl's 50-cent donation. At that time, 1912, a church with a membership of over 5,600 people, a hospital where tens of thousands of people had been treated, 80,000 young people going through university, 2,000 people going out to preach the gospel. And all this happened because little Hattie May invested her 57 cents. And those numbers are from 1912. It's way bigger now. Well, a lot of people give. Some people don't give because they think they can't afford to. They say they'll give when they're richer. To create wealth and make a difference in this world, one doesn't have to be wealthy. One just must care enough about others to act, and to act now. Friends, life is short, even at the longest. So whatever you're thinking about doing good or making a difference, do it now. And remember that by grace, whatever you give, even 57 cents, God can multiply. Thanks be to God.